Hey, you see? Please listen to this.
Hi, Ryusuke, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Is parenting going well? I hope so. Let me talk at length without any context. Well, as usual, first of all, I can be avoided by men. But you went out with me like that. I now understand that the reason why men avoid me is because I am too attractive to women, but you didn't hesitate to go out with me. Maybe you were confident in yourself. Do you remember? When we were in college, when we traveled together, the owner of a restaurant run by a Japanese in Laos said that there were two Johnnies. Johnnies is an agency that Japanese idols belong to. At that time, you may be like that, but what about me? I think it's flattering, but looking back now, I think he really thought so. Including me. There have always been men who gave fair evaluations of my appearance, but as you know, when I was in high school, a male classmate called me ugly. And I completely lost my self-confidence. It's gone. In retrospect, it was their jealousy. I was shocked because I was told by a man who obviously wasn't beautiful. Am I more ugly than these people? When I looked at my face in the mirror, I thought it wasn't so bad. And I've never been spoken to or treated like that by women in those days. On the contrary, there was a woman who told me that I was cute and appealed to me to approach her, but I couldn't because I was shy. There was also a woman who let me rub her breasts and told me that she could have sex with me. In the end, I was too shy to approach it myself. There was also a woman who stared at me even though she had a boyfriend. It's a woman who was dating a guy who was in a band, do you know? Also, this is just speculation. But the girl I liked in my first year of high school is now very popular with women, so I think she liked me. She had the same look on the face of the women who were looking at me right now. However, there are almost no Japanese women who approach themselves. So she was taken by a man who aggressively approached her. And I think he probably knew that she actually liked me. I think the above two examples apply to many Japanese women today. About 10 years ago, I went to Tokyo Tower at night with a woman who asked me out on a date. When I was alone, there was a woman who was supposed to be with her boyfriend, but she looked at me with lustful eyes. I didn't know what that meant at the time. I was guessing how nice it was that an ugly person like you could date. But in retrospect, she probably just found me attractive. In other words, it can be inferred that the woman is not really in love with the man who came with her. And that applies to the current situation as well. Even housewives with small children look at me like they're in love with me. What we can guess from the above examples is that many Japanese women are not really in love with their boyfriends or girlfriends' husbands. I'm probably choosing a man by process of elimination. There are few Japanese men who are honestly attractive. This is because if they wait for the man they truly fall in love with, they will never be able to get a boyfriend or get married. I want to create a country where there are only me and women. Well, it will not become a country and will starve to death. Actually, I asked her out on a date again today. And she silently appealed to me, but I couldn't do it. For some reason, it always happens unexpectedly. She doesn't show up when I'm thinking of giving her my contact information. It's like I'm possessed by a woman's spelled spirit. I keep repeating the same mistakes. I know women don't approach me on their own. Well, I am satisfied with captivating many women. Rather than wanting to have sex with women, I just wanted to steal the hearts of many women. In fact, I've made so many women fall in love with me so quickly that they all look the same. There is absolutely no decisive factor for this woman. Well, it's a luxury problem. And women have an amazing ability to perceive a good man. Car today when I was driving. There was a distance of about 80 meters. In spite of that, I felt the middle-aged woman's gaze, and when the distance closed, she stared at me with a smirk on her face as expected. I laughed involuntarily, but several other women were looking at me with a grin while I was laughing. It is amazing that I am popular with women now. Actually, it must have been so long ago. Why is there bullying in the world? This is probably out of jealousy for being too popular with the opposite sex. This probably comes from the feeling of fear that one's descendants may not be left behind. Do you remember the bullying incident at Kawasaki? When I saw the picture of the boy who was the victim, he had a really cute face and was definitely popular with the girls. The jealous man must have made him the target of bullying. This is my current situation. This comes from the fundamental desire of men to leave behind their offspring. It's been a long time, but people's negative emotions are rampant in Japan today. 7 deadly sins in Christianity. This is going to be a long story, so I'll stop here for today. See ya. Take care of yourself. Let's meet again if we have a chance.